Greetings, sensational listeners. Welcome back to another episode of the Myrrh and FrankinSCENTS podcast. And today we are live. Excuse my voice, it's a little bit hoarse, but we're going to work through it. I'm your host, Andrea Marah. And before we begin, please take a quick moment to click the subscribe button and the bell icon to get all notifications. It's absolutely free and helps the channel. Ready? Let's get into it. So the topic for today is 3 ways that my marketing strategy, or rather my lack of one, has failed me this year, and how I can turn that around for the new year. So when I think about marketing my business, the first thing that comes to my mind is Facebook ads and promoting on social media. Getting in front of the people. I got to thinking, is there more to marketing than I really understand? And do I actually know what marketing is? So that's what started my Google spiral. So let's go ahead and look at what Investopedia says about what marketing is. Okay, so Investopedia.com gives a simple definition of marketing. It says marketing refers to activities that a company undertakes to promote the buying or selling of a product or service. Marketing includes advertising, selling, and delivering products to consumers or other businesses. So, okay, that's easy, but I need just a little bit more. Wikipedia. Wikipedia gives a more detailed explanation. They say that marketing is the process of intentionally stimulating demand for and purchases of goods and services, potentially including selection of a target audience. So meaning, let's back up for a second. I really like what they say when it says intentionally stimulating demand for and purchases of goods and services, meaning that I'm making people want what I have to sell on purpose. So let's go into the breakdown. It says selection of a target audience. That's knowing who you're selling to. Selection of certain attributes or themes to emphasize in advertising. So this is going to make your hair soft and your skin smooth. Knowing what pain points that my customers have and what they're looking for. It goes on to say, lost my spot. Operation of advertising campaigns, that's where your ads come in. Attendance at trade shows and public events. Design of products and packaging to be more attractive to buyers. That stands out because I put so much thought into how I present my product, but yet I still did not think that was part of my marketing. What it is: selection of terms of sale, such as price, discounts, warranty, return policy, product placement in media or with people believed to influence the buying habits of others. Those are your influencers. And agreements with retailers, wholesale distributors, or resellers, and attempts to create awareness of, loyalty to, and positive feelings about a brand. There's just so much to it. Marketing is typically conducted by the seller, typically a retailer or manufacturer. Sometimes tasks are contracted to a dedicated marketing firm or advertising agency. All right, so now I definitely have a better understanding of what marketing is, so I can better break down how flimsy my own marketing has been. That's why this episode just really hits home for me. 2020 and 2021 have been incredibly challenging years for everybody, but at the same time, I found some industry-specific stats that show that it has not hindered the growth of the bath and body industry. This article right here We're going to check out 12 handmade soap industry statistics. This is from brandongale.com. It says, handmade soap is a niche segment over the overall global soap industry. Bar soaps, body wash, and similar products make up a significant portion of the total sales. Studies published by Expert Market Research show that the value of the worldwide soap industry is currently $18 billion, with a surge to $24 billion expected by the year 2022. Making soap has become a way to earn extra income for many households in the U.S. It offers a low barrier entry when compared to other fast-moving goods and commodities, sells at a firm retail price, and is often a recession-proof industry. People are returning to handmade soap over liquid products for a variety of reasons. For some, there are sensitivities or allergies to the fragrances used in body wash products. There is also interest in the fact that these items are handmade, sold in boutiques, online forums, and even door to door. Handmade soap could rediscover its roots over the next 10 years to become the dominant force in the global soap market. So some of these facts that I found. Handmade soap has to cure. And longer cure times allow each product to last longer, so the anticipation of market demands is necessary. You have to have a lot of stock because it takes so long for it to get ready. About 118 million Americans say that they use at least one type of moisturizing bar soap over the course of a year. 8 million Americans use 13 or more bars of soap over the course of a year. 60% of women say that they shower between 3 to 5 times a week. A majority of men say that they shower at least every day, with 13% reporting more than 7 showers a week. So you need some soap. Grooming preferences often dictate the amount of time spent bathing and using soap. 89% of people say that the ideal man has short hair, where 84% say the perfect woman shaves her legs. I don't know what that has to do with selling soap. Well, I guess I do, but anyway. Soap manufacturing in the United States has seen employment decline by 0.4%. Yet the number of businesses currently operating in the sector has risen by 3.9%, partially due to the increase in single-owner handmade soap companies. The bar soap category offers retail sales of $1.7 billion each year, which is larger than hand sanitizers, bath accessories, and liquid hand soap segments combined. The global handmade soap segment of the worldwide industry is valued at $150 million. A handmade soap product holds the record for being the most expensive soap in the world. A family business in Lebanon produced a bar enhanced with gold and diamond powder, and it retailed at $2,800. "66% of American consumers say they buy liquid soap regularly, compared to 64% who buy bar soap. 6% of bar soaps on the market promise exfoliating properties. And 61% of consumers are willing to spend more on artisan products like handmade soaps, but they want to make those purchases less often. Quality ingredients and luxury benefits such as aromatherapy are the top priorities in this segment." So I just thought that was pretty interesting. But let's look here from CNBC. This is one of the coolest facts for anybody who wants to have their own home-based small business. After a challenging year, 2021 is off to an encouraging start for the local economy, and this is from April 2021. In the latest economic average report compiled from the listings on its service, Yelp saw 517,000 new businesses opening on April 1st of 2020. That was right at the beginning of the you-know-what, the lockdowns. And it continued through March 31st of 2021. And about 28% of those happened in the first 3 months of 2021. So that shows me that 2021 was a great year to have a handmade business. So clearly these last 2 years have been booming years for online businesses, including handmade soap businesses like mine, as a lot of customers have transitioned to more online shopping. In light of current events, my business and a lot of others have been even more home-based than usual, just like our customer base. But the question is, did I take advantage of this boom in online traffic? Has my business increased in sales and consistency? Have I marketed my business to capture and capitalize on this increase in traffic? Honestly, no, I didn't. Another article from Investopedia.com, let me pull it up here. It says that while there are a number of small businesses in a broad range of industries that perform well and are continuously profitable, 20% of small businesses fail in the first year. 50% go belly up after 5 years, and only 33% make it to 10 years or longer, according to the Small Business Administration. The article then goes on to highlight the top 4 reasons that small businesses fail, which includes a lack of capital or funding, retaining an inadequate management team, a faulty infrastructure or business model, and unsuccessful marketing initiatives. And that's the one I really want to focus on today. This episode is sort of a confession of how not having a strategy or marketing plan in place has affected my growth and mindset. My business has still grown, but not nearly as much as it could have. With that said, the episode's topic is 3 ways my marketing strategy or lack of one has failed me in 2021 and solutions for 2022. Firstly, without a reliable marketing plan, my sales were incredibly inconsistent, obviously. I don't have the reliable monthly sales to call my income steady. Sales have increased, but again, not with steady numbers from month to month. At one point, I even shut my set down for a few months due to some personal issues, and I lost a lot of the momentum, both sales and traffic-wise, that I had gained during 2020 and early 2021. This situation leads to the second way lack of marketing strategy has failed me. And that was just too much downtime between orders. Normally, I could supplement with markets, but even in 2021, fewer opportunities for face-to-face events has it reduced my presence locally and opportunities for sales. Because markets were fewer, located farther away, and spaces filled more quickly. The third way, lastly, is that without a good marketing strategy in place, I've had to rely heavily on return customers because of the lack of organic traffic from new customers. So I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my customers who have returned 2, 3, 4, even 5 times in 2021. I greatly appreciate your business and support. With that said, let me make this clear. I did fail to meet goals that I'd set for the new year, but this year was not a failure. In spite of the things I may not have done, I can gear up and prepare using this year as using last year as a learning moment. Push past any doubt, hesitation, regrets, and negative thoughts. Just pray and focus on making choices to turn it around in 2022. In my quest for solutions, I've found something called the 7 P's of marketing. in this article by assemblo.com. The 7 P's of marketing include product, basically having something good to sell and being able to convince your customers that this product from you is what they need. The second P is price. Are you competitively priced in your market? Can you justify the cost of your product? 3 is promotion. And this is where your ads or social media presence come in. And seeing how there are 7 P's, that shows me that having ads and being on social media is just a very small part of the whole marketing process. Number 4, place. Where and how your product is displayed and sold impacts your sales as well and your marketing. So places, your website, Etsy, if you're on consignment, or if you sell wholesale to local shops, all of that is placing your product in front of the people. Number 5 is people. Having the good customer service, building relationships, and even having the right target audience for your product, knowing who wants your product and why your product is what they need. 6, process. You see a lot of companies when they say, oh, I have a 54-step filtering process for herbs to make this facial serum. They're using their process as part of their marketing strategy, letting people know the care and quality that goes into the product. And there's been a lot of, it's been a lot of hype lately about going green and green initiatives in businesses, using less plastics, more glass, biodegradable, things like that. All of that is part of how you can market your product. And the last one is physical evidence. They go on to talk about how having business cards and having a website, newsletters, receipts, just having something to show that you are a legitimate business. But I want to challenge that by also adding social proof as part of that. Customers love to see social proof they want to see that other people are also using your products. So this is just a quick example. On my website, I have a whole section, testimonials and reviews. And yeah, it's great that I have the testimonials, but here I have like a screenshot of the text. So they see maybe you made that up. Who knows? I have a before and after picture, and then another screenshot of a text. But then here, even taking screenshots of your social media, showing that other people are using your products. So they know that, hey, okay, she's not just writing fake reviews. Because if anything, that's what bothers me more than anything on Amazon is when I'm trying to find a good product, and I can tell that most of the reviews are bought or faked. And so, again, having customer reviews on your products. That's even more of a presence, because you never know what part of your marketing strategy is going to be what causes a customer to click buy. But again, I like that article and how it was structured in a way that kind of gives a checklist that I can use to make sure I'm covering all aspects of marketing my products. So again, the 3 ways my marketing strategy, it failed me, but the year was not a failure. But here are some ideas that I came up with to make it better this year. Obviously, my big goal focus is on better marketing. And so I just brainstormed just a few ideas that shouldn't be too taxing on like the current balance that I have between work and family, because that's also important, is not, I guess, grinding 24/7. You have to rest and take time for your family. And I may not get to all of these ideas, but at least I've pinpointed a place to start. And so the first thing I want to do is just be more active on my social media. Your social media is an electronic billboard. So imagine driving down the road and seeing the same billboard in the same spot. Eventually you begin to ignore it until something changes. This year or last year, I rarely, if at all, checked my Instagram and Facebook feeds. If the traffic that came across my Instagram account keeps seeing the same posts, eventually they'll get bored and stop checking back. So at the very least, I want to post more store news, sales, and YouTube notices. Next, I want to interact more with my audience via YouTube. Getting my product in a whole new marketing space that way. Just like I'm doing now with live streams, putting out more videos, things like that. I want to be more active with my email list. At the very least, I want to send out a seasonal newsletter. I really slacked on sending out emails and communicating with my email list subscribers. So I want to definitely do better with that this year. I've really been jockeying back and forth with this next one, going to more shows and events since things are opening up more, but I really don't feel like that's a sustainable idea, considering how so much of that is out of my control with these lockdowns that happen so frequently. And it seems like, I guess, as the weather starts to warm up, spring starts coming back, they may ramp back up again. So that one is definitely a bit more out of my hands, but I do want to still try that, getting out more in front of the people. Next is I want to build more hype for product launches and better planning for seasonal discounts. A lot of times I just kind of slide a new product in the shop or slide a new scent into my lotions or body oils, but I want to do a better job of just kind of building up the hype before the release and then doing all the pre-launch activities and launching it with gusto and getting people excited. And the last thing is potentially offering maybe a limited range on Etsy, which will give my business access to, I think, to a completely new audience. I've had some experience with platforms similar to Etsy before, and it was great for just drawing in organic traffic where I really didn't have to do much marketing because people search. As long as you have your keywords together, people are doing searches, they'll find you, which if you have specific enough keywords and SEO and all that stuff, but you're likely to be much more likely to be found on Etsy than you are with just a website that has to be directly accessed. So I do want to try that for this year. So in the comments below, please, by all means, help me keep brainstorming and comment some ways that you like to market your products or your brand. I'm sure others who come across your comment would appreciate your input. And let me ask, do you think my ideas are reasonable, or should I be more aggressive with my marketing? Oh, and if you are considering opening an Etsy shop, check the description box below for my referral link, and you can get 40 free listings to help you set up your brand new shop. And be sure to check out the description box for some resources or like some additional reading that I put in down there that could kind of help you think of some ways to market your business for 2022. That's all for now. This is Andrea Marah. Peace and blessings, and stay sensational.